Hey, shalom, shalom. Want to say all praises be to Abba Noah, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Harakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, was a quanium of great millstone who ruled well. Shalom to the sincere brethren. I came out there across the four winds, the four corners of the globe, pushing the truth, the good news of Yahweh Shai, proclaiming salvation to the elect of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and proclaiming the downfall of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his wicked empire. So this video is going to be entitled The Final Destination. The final destination for the hopeful elect being the kingdom of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And ultimately, that's what this truth is about being able to enter into the kingdom through the salvation of Yahweh Shai, our great King Yahweh Shai. That's why we do what we do. That's why we go down the highways and the byways, we preach. That's why we keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. That's why we keep the faith, because ultimately we want to be a part of that final destination, the first fruits thereof, of partaking in the kingdom, being 144,000. So this is the book of Matthew chapter 6 verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do it corrupt. So lay not up for yourselves treasures on earth, meaning give not your spirit, chase not the ways of this world, chase not the money of this world, the woman of this world, so on and so forth. You understand? Because you understand that this world is temporary. You understand that this world is corrupted. So don't give your spirit, don't give your total energy over to the things that are in, because it's temporary and it's corrupted. You understand? The women are corrupted. We see how the women are. They're not virgins, especially here in Babylon. They're not submissive. They're not feminine. They're not fit, feminine, friendly. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. The money is corrupted because, first of all, the money that you're dealing with is not real money. You understand? And the scriptures also tells you that money riches deliver it not in the day of destruction. So even if you're dealing in gold and silver, that's not going to deliver you, because the only thing that can deliver you in that time to come is Yahweh Shai. So this is the book of Matthew chapter 6 verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do it corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Because your earthly possessions, they can be taken away from you. A man could come rob you, kill you. Esau could come and freeze your accounts, take away your possessions, so on and so forth. But guess what? One thing that man can't take is what? Your lot, your position in the heavens. If you have the elect, no man can take that away. You know what I mean? That position is given unto you from up on high. It's given unto you from the Most High himself, man. Going back to the time of creation. So this is the book of Matthew chapter 6 verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do it corrupt. Treasures in heaven. Meaning what? Serving the Lord. Doing his will. Because that's how you lay up for yourself treasures in heaven. That's how you build your spiritual bank account. You're making these videos. You're edifying the elect. You're being charitable. You're being brotherly. You're being diligent. Serving the Lord in truth and sincerity, integrity, these things, patience, patiently waiting on the return of Yahweh Shai. These are the things and the ways and the deeds in which you build up for yourself treasures in heaven. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do it corrupt, because it's incorruptible. The spiritual things, the brotherly things, the righteous deeds that you do, that follows you for eternity, man. You understand? Even in death, even after death. You understand? Because if your brother, you pass away in the truth, guess what? All your works is still counted for you, man. And you, the elect, you're going to still be saved in these last days and times. You understand? You counted as one of the elect, whether you are physically alive or you back in the spiritual world. Because the scriptures speak about how those that are we're going to meet those that are basically passed on. We're going to meet them in the chariots upon the return of Yahweh Shai. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do it corrupt, where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Basically, that's what your mind is going to be, your heart, your life, your mind. That's what your spirit is going to be. If you're all into the world, guess what? Your spirit is going to be what? All into the world. If you're all into Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, serving the Lord, being brotherly, being righteous, guess what? then your mind, your heart is going to be there also. So if you lay them for yourself treasures in heaven, your heart is going to be focused upon the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. It's going to be focused upon serving the Lord in truth and in sincerity. And that's what this thing is about. That's what the Lord is looking for. That's John chapter 4, verse 21. This is Yahweh Shai speaking to the Samaritan woman, which was a heathen. Yahweh Shai said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye worship you know not what, God. Because the heathens, even 2/3 of Jake, they don't know what they're worshiping. They don't know Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They don't know the true power of heaven and earth. They have no real understanding. Read that again. John chapter 4, verse 21. Yahweh Shai said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye worship you know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Come. So there you have it. For salvation is of the Jews. Who's the Jews? The Israelites. For salvation of the Jews. But this is the point I really wanted to get. Verse 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers, who is the true worshippers? The hopeful elect. Those are serving the Lord in what? Truth and sincerity. Those whose spirit is fully convinced, those who are fully persuaded in the worship and the service of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. The Most High Yahweh is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So spirit and in truth, that's the spirit that you have to be in, serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. In all things, man. In all things. And that's including, like I keep on back, how you treat brothers, how you look out for brothers. Because each brother represents how you would treat Yahweh Shai. This book of James chapter 1. Because this thing is about doing, not just saying. And the Lord is about action. The Lord is all about action, man. Action behind the words. Because the scriptures tell you how Israel draw near me with their mouth. The Lord talking about Israel draw near the Lord with their mouth. But their hearts and their deeds is far from the Lord. And that's these jakes, man, in the world. And you don't want to be counted as one of these jakes in the world. You don't want to be looked at in the same light as Israelites in the world. Being oh yeah, you saying you about it, but you're not really living it. Because ultimately this truth is a liberty. Serving the Lord is a liberty, meaning it's a lifestyle. And really it's the only lifestyle, because everything else is a death style. This is the only one and only true lifestyle, serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because this is the only thing that brings life. Every other way is death. You serving a false god, that's death, man. You part of the alphabet community, that's death. You're an adulterer, that's death. You're a murderer, that's death. So on and so forth. This is the only lifestyle. This is the only way to get to that final destination that you would want, man. The kingdom. James chapter 1 verse 21. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. So there you have it, man. Put off the ways of the world. Stop being don't give your spirit over to this world, including your woman, your children, so on and so forth. You use the world, you don't abuse it. You understand that balance, and you perfect that balance through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yeah, you have to work. Yeah, you have to deal with your woman. Yeah, you have to deal with your children. Yeah, you have to deal with your family. But understand Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and the righteousness of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the righteous will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, supersedes all of that. James chapter 1 verse 22. But be ye doers of the word. Word can look at that. It save your soul. This is how you're gonna save your soul, man. This is how you're gonna save your soul, by our servant Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai in all things. You understand? Serving Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai in all things. That's how you're able to what? Save your soul. James chapter 1 verse 22. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Son. That's many men in this world, many men that was in this truth and no longer teaching, so on and so forth. They're thinking that they're in the truth, thinking that they serve the Lord, but they're not, because they're not doing his will. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, like I said, the Lord is about action. The Lord is about putting your money where your mouth is. The Lord is about leveling up. The Lord is about advancing, becoming more spiritually enhanced day by day, getting more wisdom, so on and so forth. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straight away forgetteth what manner of man he was. So you just talk the talk, but you're not about the action. Yeah, shalom, yeah. But you out there and you being a nigga. You committing adultery, committing a murder. Or you just not even, other than when you watch a video, you pass by the camp, your mind is not even on the Lord. Your mind is not even on, like, how can I serve the Lord? How can I live a righteous life? Your mind on some other bullshit, man. Chasing women, getting money. Which ain't nothing wrong with having women, ain't nothing wrong with chasing money. But first and foremost is serving the Lord. Because guess what? It's an easy thing for the Lord to give you a whole bunch of women. It's an easy thing for the Lord to give you a whole bunch of money. You understand? That's an easy thing. And guess what? We're going to have all of that in the kingdom beyond what you can even imagine. But the main thing that the Lord looking for on this side is fearing him and keeping his commandments, respecting him, man. like a brother was going into at the camp, looking back at the Lord in awe, man. That's what respect goes into. You respect you in awe of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You in fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You wanting to please Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in all things. Ultimately, that's what the life is about. This life is about. C'est la vie. That's the life. The life is really serving the Lord, making the Lord pleased in all things. That's really what c'est la vie is, man. The life. The life is really, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13 tells you, the life is really serving and doing right by the Lord in all things, especially on this side, that we may be saved. For the Israelites, that we may be saved. As we understand in the kingdom, we're not going to have to worry about that, because we're going to be 100% righteous. But until we reach our final destination, to the best of our ability, we got to live according to the precepts and the righteous will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to reach that final destination. And every brother path is going to be a little bit different, but it still fall within the realms of serving the Lord in truth and sincerity. And I start doing something to further the will, to showcase the righteous power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Whether it's doing videos, being charitous, changing your life, calling upon the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, people saying that, yo, you different, you was this way, you was living this lifestyle, now you change, so now you are a beacon of light onto them, man, so on and so forth. Whatever your lot is, man, you're gonna know through the Spirit, like, yeah, this is the way in which the Lord wants me to serve him, man, and to glorify his name. And ultimately that I may reach that final destination of the kingdom. So with that, hope brothers and sisters were edified. Going to say our praises be to Abanawa Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Harakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone who rule well.